You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the July 21st meeting, Part 3 of the LaPorte County budget hearings. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
At this time, we will go ahead and reconvene our budget hearings. Mr. Auditor, would you please do roll?
Certainly. Adam Karanka, notably not present. Jim Prassel.
Here.
Mark Yagelski.
Present.
Brett Kessler.
Present.
Justin Keel.
Present.
Jennifer Heath.
Present.
Michael Mullenhour.
Present.
You have 6 people. You have a quorum.
Thank you. This time, we'll get started with Drainage Board.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My budget's basically the same thing as last year. The only difference would be in the 100 category, I've got a step coming up next year, and that's the only change.
Okay. It's a pleasure of the board.
I'd make a motion to approve as presented.
We have a motion by Jimmy Pressel.
Second, but 200s and 300s. Right?
203, yeah.
And second by Justin Keel. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
It's a 5-1.
Correct.
Just
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
You as well.
Thank you.
So question, Mr. President,
Yes,
Pro Tem,
Pro Tem.
do we already take a look at I know we asked about scheduling some of these people that are able to move up? Soil, water, public defender, we did
Public defender, we already did.
Soil and water, planning and zoning, MS4.
Yeah, we contacted all of the department heads to tell them to start just showing up early.
Okay.
That was the best way I could get it done.
But we don't have any conflicts, is what I'm trying to ask. We don't have any conflicts?
I have not heard of anything yet. I have to check my emails, which is on a different.
All right.
But if you'd like, I'll go now with my department.
Knock that one out.
We also have Judge Stallbrink here as well.
Well, if you'd like to get the judge there
Yep.
first,
Let's get the judge in.
along. More than happy to do that.
C2, Superior 2.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to appear for Superior 2 and Superior 4.
All right.
I got a text from Judge Link on the way in that he's not well this morning, so he asked if I could cover.
Okay. May I say,
Maybe too much fair food.
May I say, nice job on the fair this year.
I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support from the council. We had a extremely hot and extremely sweltering time at the fair, but I think everybody pulled together. I do have to compliment our board, and Mr. Kessler is part of that. We've got a large board, and a lot of times you're on a board of directors where only 3 or 4 people do all the work. This board, everybody does the work, and everybody was out there sweating every day. And every time I saw Mr. Kessler, he said the more he sweat, the better he smelled, I think was his quote. But the whole board, none of us get paid, and we are out there just doing the work to try to represent the county and try to represent the 1,200 families in 4-H. And I think it came off well. So I appreciate that, Mr. Yagelski.
Thursday, I ran off quickly, got bombarded with rain, and then found out you guys. I go, I'm going to beat the rain out Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, well, the rain was welcome. Actually, a little bit of rain would have been nice.
I guess.
It would have been nice.
Anyway.
But and I apologize. I think packets to the council, we didn't get them out like we normally did. We'll make sure that's addressed next year so that Mr. Kessler can come to a meeting and hand them all out and have them there. So,
Thank you.
Any other fair stuff, I'm ready to answer. But Mr. Yagelski, I appreciate it.
There was a fair. You can go by there and can't even tell there was a fair.
I know, it's all, the whole place disappears on Sunday. It's amazing. And I will say there's a program that we compete with other counties for called Stock to Trailer to help the homeless shelters. And I think we did a record amount. I think there's Kim Sowers donated a trailer to Phil for goods for the food pantries and things. I think we have 28 or 30 that we.
32, I think.
32 that we donate to. Last year, we had 6,000 pounds of item. This year, the trailer was rated for 9,000 pounds. We had 10,800 pounds because I had to pull it to the weigh station, get it weighed, and get it back, and it was a little bit overloaded, but that's a good thing. So we'll have a lot of donations for the food pantries coming up.
Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
And thank you to Kim for letting us use that trailer as well.
It was nice because we needed the big one.
Yeah.
So
On to Superior 2.
I don't have any increases that I know. I do know that for some reason, the budget for the court reporter salary is a little bit higher. It's actually 48,860, and I think it's listed at 50-something.
It was changed.
It was changed, okay. So I know we corrected that with Mike's office just to make sure. But we don't have any step increases this year, and I think everything is relatively the same.
We had one step on the court reporter. It was the bailiff that was the one that,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Motion to approve Superior Court 2, 200 and 300 accounts.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Mullenhour, second by Ms. Heath, for 2s and 3s on the Superior Court 2, 150. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
got it.
5-1. All right, on to
For
150.
Superior Court 4, I know they had a couple of people, long-term employees with the county, retire last year. I think their budget is 3.4% less for 2027 than it was in 2026. But I do know that their 144 form had some incorrect math. I think the salaries were correct, but the total was not correct on the bottom. If you add the salaries up, they're correct.
We go by the line item, so.
Okay, so the line items are correct. They were going to submit an amended form to make sure the math was correct. I think they're in line. They have one step increase for one employee and then another one later on down the year for another employee. But overall, they're still 3.4% less than last year just because the employees that haven't been with the county as long.
And I don't know if you'll be able to answer this or not, but obviously halfway through the year, we're a little more than halfway through the psychological services
Yeah.
dollars.
That's one of those things we never know. We know we're going to have them, and they seem to come in spurts for some reason. I mean, we'll go a couple months without any requests, and then all of a sudden, we'll have a whole bunch of competency issues that arise. So the mental health issues that we are dealing with on a day-to-day basis are increasing, and we have more and more people being accused of crimes that may struggle to defend themselves. So it's one of those things that we don't have a choice with the constitutionality of that, but it's weird how it somehow just, they seem to come in droves, and then we don't have any for a while.
Okay.
I think we bumped it up last year because there was the judge was having to come in every
Right.
now and then for additional appropriations.
Correct.
I know you love seeing us.
We
but
love coming to meetings, right?
for $1,000 of psychological services or something.
Absolutely. And I think the same thing with my budget. We've got some jury stuff housed in our budget that some reason wasn't getting utilized, and then all of a sudden now it's been
Right.
grabbed and being utilized, so.
Okay. All right, pleasure of the board.
I'll make a motion to approve the 200s and 300s for Superior 4.
Motion to approve by Ms. Heath,
Second.
second by Justin Keel. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
All right. Thank you.
We almost had it.
Almost did.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
No, she is here for two.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Anita Ross.
I need to go ahead and count them on up. Still,
176.
yeah, still on time for her.
176. Would you mind introducing yourself, name and position real quick?
Sorry, Anita Ross. I'm the assistant director.
Assistant Director. Thank
Thank
you.
Excuse me. Any increases?
Nothing's changed.
Could you tell me what is the average daily head count that you guys are seeing in the facility right now?
It's higher now, so like secure, we have 12, and residential, there's 9, plus then you have the GPS program, and Nova and all those.
One that kind of sticks out to me right now is our food line at on 239. In 25, we expended 38,101. So far, we've only been billed for 1218. Do you have an idea where we're at on that?
I know
Kids
that
eating
we
out there?
I know we just finished using the money from Department of Education, and so
Okay.
then now we have to go into this.
Okay, so we anticipate being around that 40,000. Do we need to leave it at 63,000 then, or?
I don't think we're able to cut.
Okay. Just, we haven't come within $20,000 of using it, so I mean, that'd be something to look at, but if it's mandated what it has to be, it's mandated.
I'm sorry, I was writing something down. What did you say the count was now? The count of residents?
Currently 12 on secure. I feel like there's 8 on residential. 5, 6, 7 total for Nova,
Okay.
and then GPS home detention.
I know I mentioned this before, and I know it's a difficult subject, but it's really not. The food-wise, we've talked about this, especially like if we, your staff on weekends, where you could get a nutritionist that would give you, around the clock, somebody wins a contract that they supply for the week, so we can cut back some, because the resident numbers are low for the weekend, and and then also the other question is, and I know this for a fact, the school systems are really required to supply food for these individuals. And we haven't pushed that envelope, but this year is going to be a tough year for us. I would like to, at least if we have consideration of looking what we can do to do those type of things, that we can save some money there that would help the county budget out, and still offer services to the individuals.
Yeah, something to definitely look into.
Because I do know that they are required, because the state law says if we request the food, they have to supply the food. LaPorte, Michigan City, at least, whoever's got food facilities.
I think where we fall into problems is we have like the DCS guidelines we have to follow, so like especially food allergies and things like that.
I would hope that the school system would
Okay.
I would hope that they have people doing
Yeah.
that, of all people. But I also know that if you have this, and like I said, if we cut back on weekends, example, and contract that out for 12 individuals, and they supply the food for that day, Saturdays and Sundays, for example, we can cut back on not having that much staff or whatever.
Okay, if you have a contact that you could supply me, like a contact to who I can reach out to?
As far as which one, I have two conversations going. So as far as the school system,
Schools to figure out about that?
yeah, I had talked to the Michigan City area school systems. All I did talk to, it was the president at the time. Yeah, I will. But yes, but of course, transportation will be the question of picking it up.
So this question is going to come across kind of pointed here, but from the looks of it, we're spending about $100,000 a kid that's being housed in there. Does that sound about right? I mean, your guys' annual budget is about $2.8 million just from the general fund. That's quite a bit of money per kid for being housed in a juvenile services center. I was told recently that Marshall County was interested in renting a space in our facility and paying us for that space. What came of that? Are we making an effort to house students, or not students, children from juveniles from other counties, or are we only serving LaPorte counties?
We can only have set up for the residential side, not the secure side. We don't have an MOU in place for the secure side. But when our residential side's full, we can't save a room for somebody out of county who may or may not come in if we have LaPorte kids that need to be placed.
So we're full currently at, you said it was about 12 kids on the residential side, or was it 9?
12 unsecured.
12 unsecured.
Currently 9. Nobody's reached out recently.
Okay. Have we thought about reaching out to other counties to offer that, if we have space, that we would take juveniles from their county in exchange for payment?
Through the DCS, like our person that comes up from DCS, he knows, it's documented, so all the DCS counties around.
Do we know if neighboring counties have facilities, have space in their facilities? Like I believe Porter County has a juvenile services center. Do they have space for more juveniles than what they house?
I don't know, but there's no.
Do you have a group that gets together? Everybody does.
I'm sorry, what?
You have a group that gets together, like the auditors. Do you guys meet at all? These other services,
Yeah.
Porter Lake, St. Joe, Marshall.
No, we've never met like outside the county since I've ever been there. I've been there.
So you guys don't have a group in that nature that you don't get together in Indianapolis for a conference, or you guys don't do anything, or?
It's kind of slowed down since like COVID with going to the conferences for those trainings.
But you have a person that's sort of in charge of that could call a conference and ask those type of questions that Mr. Keel's asking?
I can reach out.
Because everybody's got a group. Because the group usually says, don't listen to county council, because Mrs. Winsky could answer that question for me.
You know what amazes me is these same questions come up every year, and we get the same answers. They'll look into it. That's all I got to say.
We could hold it over.
I don't know that that's a great idea. I mean, I've been out there to see what they actually do. I don't know how many others up here have been out
Toured it
there.
as well. Mr. Campbell.
I'm not going to.
I'm sorry?
I've toured it with Mr. Campbell. I think you were there
Yes.
with me, actually, Mike. Yeah.
We've all been out there. That's not the question. The question is these same questions come up. That's
Right, but if they're mandated, how can we change?
mandated. Food-wise, I just answered that question. All you need to do is get a dietitian that tells you what you need, contract that service out. And, for example, and we can do that type of thing. We have to lower the cost for only 12.
I understand what you're saying.
Then that's the answer to the question. But then why don't we get those?
$1,000, Mark, that's not going to make that
That's
big of a dent.
one. We mentioned 4 or 5 things there. He asked about bringing people in or sending people out.
And
But-
they've been full.
I'm not sure.
No.
It didn't
Disagree.
seem overly full when I toured it, to be totally honest.
That
The
was
facility seems pretty large.
Long ago.
Probably about 2 years ago that we toured it, but the numbers were
Because when
same
I
at
went
that
out
time.
6 months ago, they were full.
Okay, but they
And
had
when I
about the
talked
same
to
number at
Mr.
that time.
Campbell last week, they were still full.
What is the capacity of the facility?
12 for secure and 12 for residential.
We
Well,
built a
used to have-
facility that only handles 12 people on each side.
We have the other residential unit, the other wing, that used to house 12 too, but we had to cut back because we lost our positions.
But you have a possibility if we brought other people in. You could open a 12.
We could open it, but we would need, you'd have to
Sure.
staff it. So, I mean, you're looking at,
But I think the question is, can we bring other counties that would love to maybe.
facility or not.
Facility, right.
Stark County doesn't have one.
So if we
Marshall
brought
County
more staff
evidently
in,
doesn't have one.
I'm sorry?
if we brought more staff in, you're at 36 then total, right? You're 24 now, maxed out. You got 12 more on the other side, you said?
Yeah, because you'd have to have at least 2 staff on that unit at all times.
You know, years ago, the capacity out there wasn't uncommon for 30, 40, 50 kids.
Correct.
So there's room.
Question is, where is their room? Which side is it on?
The problem is before when it was overcrowded, they were using the dining room as a bedroom. They were using just wherever they could, and we can't,
Still, I
It
think
says
without
we
being
can't.
overcrowded, I think there's still room for 40 or 50. Because I remember that was always that number.
I guess I'm thinking there's $2.8 million of expense from the general fund. Granted, some of that is we're getting money back from the state. Do you happen to know what that is offhand?
You just took the question right.
Yeah, it's in excess of $1 million, but it doesn't cover the whole cost. And then we have considerable capital expenses that we have made and are going to have to make in the future. I mean, having toured the facility, it's getting older. It's in need of some work. And Yeah, I question whether or not it makes sense for us to have a facility and put this much money per kid in it when we could also just be contracting with another county who could have a larger facility and house multiple counties. I think we need to be looking a lot closer at this.
I don't disagree.
I agree.
It may be prudent for you to set up a time for council members to tour the facility and to talk more in detail, because I think there's some concern. We have to make some serious cuts going forward.
I hope you understand the cuts. It's the state that's cut us back. So right now, it's either we decide to raise everybody's taxes up, which you know how well that goes to the community, or we look outside the box and think of some ideas. Something as simple as, I know, Ms. Winsky, that's a small number, but food, for example, would cut this down by, $60,000. That might be somewhere to start, but, or like you said, bring people in, or we got to look at ideas here.
So what about education and training? Because in 2025, it looks like you spent less than $5,500. This year so far, you're under $2,000, and it's budgeted for 10. Can we cut that back some? Even if we went back down to say 6,000?
Are you guys going to seminars or something?
I think it was we sent to get the safe crisis management training. We had to go get trainers then, so.
That was,
you have
for
seminars?
which year was that, for the safe crisis?
Was it last?
Was that 25?
Yeah.
Okay, and so this year, what do you anticipate needing out of that $10,000, do you think, for next year? Do you think it would be okay if we went back to 6?
Back to 6 or 7?
7 last year.
Been waiting on that one all day, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming we're going back to what originally was 25, right? 7,000.
I mean, if we have to cut, I guess that'd be where we would have to cut from.
How about what was your opinion about it? Do you see a new training coming up? It's not that we have to, it's some of it, is it a necessity?
Well, we have new people in positions, leadership positions, so I mean, yes, it's helpful to have that, to be able to do those trainings.
So if we went to 7, that would be reasonable, do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's cut that back to 7.
And then on travel, you haven't used over 1,500 the last 2 years, or I guess you're at 26 this year, but.
So if we went to 3,000 on travel, do you think that would be adequate? That still leaves you a little room for, a little room. So 3,000 on travel? Okay.
That's what,
See, I'd like to throw out there that food, we discussed that already. 38,100 spent last year. 63,000 is what's requested. I know food goes up, but I would suggest maybe 45,000. Cut that 63.
I don't know with cuts with the food until, like I said, we just finished off what we had left in the Department of Education money.
Does that happen every year? They offer something every year?
I believe so.
So you just don't know when it dries up, of course, I understand that part of it. So you pretty much went
So about half of the year.
6 months, basically, that they supply that.
I would feel comfortable with 50 there, not
Okay.
not
I was going to say,
lower, though.
okay, that sounds good. That'd be 13,000 savings.
Your kitchen manager at 45,000, is that certified food specialist? Is that manager? Okay.
Continuing with jumping all over the place, we asked departments to submit a capital assets plan as part of their budget submission process. Did you submit one for the Juvenile Services Center?
I don't know if Sharon or Deanne did or not.
I think we all need to remember that Mr. Campbell just resigned, and is no longer in that position, and Anita is taking over as an interim director. So she's learning some things as she goes that Dion was doing. Just keeping that in mind, so she's not able to answer and has to get back to us. I think we need to just kind of
When did he
be
resign?
cognizant of that.
When did he resign? When did he resign?
Just last week.
I was
So
gonna say, 'cause
this-
I didn't know
He's on
about it.
vacation this week, but this would have been his last week.
Okay.
So last Friday, I believe. was his
Congratulations.
last day.
Thank you.
Baptism by fire. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, anything else?
To be a little
If you
bit
would,
kind
please,
here.
please check into that capital assets plan, and if you have one that's prepared, please send it.
What about the education coordinator? That was one other question I had for you. Doesn't look like that budget's been fully expended
Which one?
in a few years. The education coordinator, I know
The
it's
salary?
it's a 100, but it's on page 2 at the very top.
Gotcha.
10206 is the account number.
So we have 3 teacher positions,
Okay.
and we still need to fill one of them.
Okay,
That's what
so
we're
that needs to stay there. And then I noticed that the chief deputies, 10112, looks like it's 0 for next year. So I'm page 1, second line item.
It looks like it got moved into 10117.
Okay. That was going to be my question.
Yeah, that math.
That math checks, but
Okay. Any other questions?
okay, so the changes we've made, food reduced to $50,000, travel reduced to $3,000, and employee education and training down to 7.
Correct.
Is that a motion?
Nope, just reading them so we all know. Make sure you're okay with it before we make a motion.
Pleasure of the board.
So I'll make that motion that with the changes as noted to juvenile services 176, that we approve the 200s and 300s.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? As we've already been fairly lengthy in this one. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed?
Nay.
Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, there's
There's
more.
another page.
Oh,
Several
sorry.
pages.
Yeah,
There's
sorry.
several pages here.
Spoke too
Yep.
soon.
Spoke too soon. Forgot this one had several pages.
So for other supplies, it looks the same. I'll make a motion that we accept the 200s for the Dorothy S. Crowley Juvenile Services Center.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Mullenhour. Any further discussion? Seeing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
The Nova Fund, 4910.
It looks like it's reduced by about $2,000.
That's in the 400 account.
Yes. So I'll make a motion that we accept the Nova Fund as presented.
Second.
A motion and a second. Pardon me?
Grant. Nova Fund, is that?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Motion by Ms. Heath, second by Mr. Mullenhour. Any further discussion?
Yeah, I'm wondering, other services and charges and other capital purchases are kind of vague. Do you, any idea what those are for or how they get used?
Mr. Keel, those are, this is a grant. And so Tyler Washleski, is that his last name? I can't remember. He handles this mostly. And there are very strict guidelines to that,
Okay.
that we keep track of in our office.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, so on the Nova Fund,
Motion.
motion second, discussion,
200s, 300s, and 400s, right?
twos, threes, and fours. Yep. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. JSC Electric Monitor Home Detention.
Budget has stayed the same, so I'll make the motion that we accept the 200s for the JSC Electric Monitor Home Detention.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second. All right, motion and second. Any further discussion on the monitor home detention? Seeing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Motion carries. All right, now we're to the next page. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your patience, by the way.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Mr. Deckard.
Can you email him? You want me to email him? Contact Diane and see if she has.
Yeah, it should be now open.
I didn't get a 911 page.
Sure.
Do we have a 911 page?
Right after the JV.
177.
It's right after Juvenile Services.
Yeah, I don't have one.
I did, like 3 times.
What, you don't have,
Nope. No.
you need this?
They just got some pages screwed up in here. It's all right.
You need this? Because
I got it.
Got it. It's just a
It's just
different order.
Different order. Pages got flipped around. No biggie.
So question, so what changed on the 2 contracts with the Motorola and Pulse Point from that increase that amount?
Just their yearly increases for both of those. I think Pulse Point went up from 10 to almost 12,000, and Motorola's up on both of the big ones.
I mean,
So we have a Motorola one that comes out for our radios, and then a Motorola for our phones, and both of those have shown increases.
yeah,
I don't think.
You pull your mic, it's getting loud over here.
Sorry, that's our people. I apologize.
So,
So both our Motorolas are big ones. Ones for our radio, our yearly contract that we take care of for EMA, and then the other ones are our phone system, and both of those have increases. I don't think we have a vendor that didn't give us an increase
I meant,
this year.
it went, is this, your budget asked for 216,000?
I think the thing that Mr. Yagelski is wondering, this wasn't fully appropriated before, was it? You were coming back for additional appropriations to.
No, last year it was put in my budget.
It was fully funded.
it was supposed to be fully funded, but instead there was an error made and they came back and got the funding.
Okay.
It was a good error.
But, okay,
But it jumps from 100 to 216.
the skip it was last year, this year doesn't make a difference. Is there any way else that there's other systems from going from 100 to 216? That's a large increase. That's not just an increase. That's double.
I think it's just from different accounts. It was originally in lit, and now it's been moved.
This year
We've
was
always-
paid for out of lit. When they came to you, it came out of lit. It was supposed to be in the general fund.
Okay,
Framed slightly
So
differently.
it's been this price for a couple of years now. They just kept coming back for more and more. This last year was 116, and so therefore was put in here, not separated into a lit.
Last year, what was the total dollar amount for these same contracts? Across all funding
So
sources?
Pulse Point was, I think, 10,500. The Motorola bill, I think, was 96, and that goes up about 5 every year. And then our Vesta, which is our phone system through Motorola, was another 90. But it's just been moved from account to account, so
Okay,
it's
so that's
hard to follow.
196,500 before is what you were spending.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then you figure about another
This isn't that much.
5,000 this year per.
so the same question, did it come out of different accounts? You have telephone number 300004. It was 300,000, you went down to 232,000 because you moved it somewhere else?
So if you look at the one next to that, is maintenance contracts. We've been paying our CAD vendor, which is about 65,000 a year out of our telephone, and it just makes more sense to take that out of maintenance contracts instead of phone bill. So if they're next to each other, we just moved it down.
That's a different fund.
That's in our 1222.
That's on the 1222 fund.
Got it.
Let's focus on
I
177
just
first.
up one page, I'm sorry.
Yep,
I
you're fine.
didn't mean to do it on purpose. I
No,
apologize.
that's fine. Let's focus on 177 here first, though.
I apologize. My bad.
And any other questions before
Not trying to jump ahead, but related to this, I mean, we're adding more spending into the general fund. Is your 1222 fund maxed out in terms of like what you're spending is matching or exceeding your revenue?
If I run the numbers correctly, within 2 years, we're gonna be coming to you for more out of general period because we get 183,000 a month and we're spending 200 and plus. So we've taken that almost whole surplus out. I think we started with around $1 million and we're down, I think this year we're starting right around 300,000 left in that account. So
what is the state, because there was, the purpose of the whole fund was to help pay for new infrastructure, no matter which county it was. I know Porter County just went through theirs, I believe. So what's the alternative? Because again, I know you guys all get together, you guys all have your conferences.
Absolutely.
What is the solution?
Get the cell phone vendors to let us tax your cell phone services more than $2 per bill.
Okay, that's not us, that's state legislators. So
absolutely.
So you guys are just going to state legislators and asking for this?
Yep.
So it's a powerful group, your whole group together. So, and everybody's got the same problem.
I think the problem with our board, with the state though, is you have all the big vendors that also sit on that board that I don't think always vote for an increase on them. So I know the state, when we were at conference this year, the state has heard it from everybody that we need increases and they're trying, but I've talked to all our local reps and everybody I can that we've sat down, and I know I've sat down with a couple from the council that sat down with the state board when they came. So I'll push on them as hard as I can.
I understand, but there's in numbers, so I'm saying your group together, right?
Yeah.
So is that a government appointment? I don't want to be too much time, but I do want to ask this question. Is it governor appointments who's putting the contractors on the same board as you guys?
I believe the board falls under the state treasurer. It's the 911 board falls under the state treasurer, and I think he has some appointments on there. So he'd be a good contact.
Okay.
If you wanted to
That's
reach
what I
out to you.
Yeah, sure.
He's came to the conference and was very nice, and he's offered to come up and meet with us as well. So if I can get that arranged, I'd be happy to invite you.
Thank you.
Okay. Any further questions for Mr. Deckard on 177?
Motion to approve the 200s and 300s is presented.
Second.
Motion to approve by Mr. Keel, second by Ms. Heath. Any further discussion before vote? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
All right, now to 1222.
Well, we're not approving the 100s today. I did want to call attention to you're currently at $130,000 of your $150,000 overtime budget.
I'll be coming soon.
You're coming soon.
We're still understaffed, so I have a salary that I can use to get us by. I think we currently have 5 openings. So I can use some of those salaries. We did just we had one start yesterday. We have pretty much a new employee starting every 2 weeks for the next couple months. So, but I do have some
next door right now.
Actually, this is a class. These are people from around the state that are learning to be trainers, and we're training the state. We got to host it, but the state's paying for our people to go for free, so we have more trainers to train more people. So
Excellent. Nice.
So you have the same problem, or not close to a problem, as far as training, as far as like the coroner, that they restrict the amount of training that you have. Example, we just found out yesterday that the coroner's group has a lot of money in that fund, but they don't allow it to be used, and we don't have so you're not being restricted at all by.
no. Well, I mean, the state funds are restricted on what we can do, but as far as training, as long as I can justify that it's going towards like something like this that's going on, then we don't have any issues.
I think the issue with the coroners was that they don't offer the training more than like twice a year or something.
Twice a year,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty infrequent. Is yours? Do you have
Ours,
opportunities?
Nikki developed ours and built ours from scratch, and it's state certified, so now that she's moved up, Mandy's doing it, but so we can do it in-house now. And it meets all the requirements, so we don't have to send it. We do send them like supervisor training, CTO trainings, like what's happening next door, but majority of the time, these, Nikki or Mandy takes care of it in-house for us.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you.
Any further questions on 1222?
It looks like everything stayed the same except for the employee group health insurance.
And those are all number I got from payroll, the formulas. I think the only thing in there that we changed was step increases.
I'll make the motion that we accept the Fund 22 200s, well, no 200s, but 300s as presented.
Motion by Ms. Heath for 300s.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pressel. Any further discussion? Seeing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? 6-0.
Mr. President.
And just, I know that you've brought up the capital assets quite a few times. Mine was submitted, and I just want to note the 3.4 million will probably be 4 million by the time we get there. So that's something to put on your radar, that our radios will be end of life in 28. So next year we're going to have to start getting hard pricing. So I put that in there the last 2 years, but I just want to make sure everybody still knows. And with Motorola pricing, it'll probably be over 4.
We don't have a copy in our.
Could you
packet, but
resend
you
it
could-
to county council?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
That, and the other thing will be is our chair life. About every 3 years, we run out of chairs, and I'll be coming to you for about 50,000 in new chairs.
Yeah.
Just something to think about.
Thank you.
When were the radios purchased?
So not the handheld radios. These are our radio consoles that we use, or that the dispatchers use at their site. Those were in
It's okay. Yeah,
2018.
I know where those were. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about handhelds. I apologize.
No, not the handhelds. No, I think the sheriff's coming to you for those separately.
He's got commissary money.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Mr. President,
Yes.
we're just a little bit ahead of schedule. Can we look at Superior Court 1? She's going to be in trials, and according to the paperwork here, if somebody doesn't see anything, we can either A, approve it, or... I understand, but she's told,
But
if she can't get on, we might as well just see if we can just, if somebody is opposed to it, let's at least look at it, and it won't take very long to at least, if we have questions, we can ask, get them answered, then, 149.
149.
I know.
I know.
We know that.
We're-
We're just trying to get through this process here.
It's getting rowdy over there.
We could also close the store to the help.
It's not,
It's coming.
it's coming over here.
That's fine.
It's
That's
not
not
coming
gonna
from
help.
over there.
We're,
Yeah.
It's through
That's
the
how I
wall.
get
it's
it.
fine.
We're fine.
There's kind of some gaps
Well,
on the bottom.
and they're working right up here, so.
So it just looks like for some reason, I don't know if you can answer the question, Mr. and Mrs. Auditor, about $4,000 for professional services in 2025, cut off in 26, and then asked for it again for 2027. Otherwise, it looks like it's all the same.
I think the professional services, there was,
Can't hear you.
Put your
Microphone.
turn your mic on.
there was something that was left off of her budget last year. Do you remember what that was? Was it psychological services or?
It
I
looks like
wasn't
she's
sure.
cut psychological services completely this year, which
Yeah, and-
seems odd.
Well,
And
because they're now trying to pay them out of one of the other courts, so that it is streamlined. And the same thing with the
Okay.
juror fees.
Right.
So this way we
Okay.
are trying to get this was their idea, not ours.
No, it was a
Yeah,
good
'cause it's
idea.
kind of-
They came up with it, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
that's right.
consistent.
So we don't know what professional fees are?
We can check.
Let me see if I can find that in my email.
The professional fees or services you're asking?
Yeah.
Jenny, you talking about services?
Yeah.
They moved it back in for a reason, right?
Okay, this is what the email said. Professional services was erroneously deleted from last year's budget. So,
But it
let's
doesn't
see.
look like they used it in 2025 either.
Right. Okay, that's probably why you deleted it, because they didn't use it.
Okay.
But she'd like it
We can
reinstated.
go,
right,
we can
that's
wait
fine.
for this one because she's going to send a text.
No question?
We'll come back.
Okay,
to it.
we're,
Fine.
we're gonna go ahead and,
Wait for the response.
wait for the response. So
Okay.
if we want to go ahead and do voter registration,
132.
132. Since she's here, get her back over to the office.
Good morning.
Morning.
Did you say 132?
Correct.
Yep.
And it looks like everything has remained the same
Yes.
from last year, so.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion approved by Mr. Mullenhour, second by
Two,
Mr.
300.
200 and 300s by Mr. Keel. Any further discussion?
It was,
Motion.
sorry.
Motion and
He made
second.
Motion was Mullenhour, second was Keel.
I only heard, we're good.
We're good.
Did you have any questions for us?
Nope. Bit simpler this year.
All right. Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yep, health department's here.
That's several different pages. So.
Nope. Back, 219. She's got a whole bunch of them, doesn't she?
And Mr. Poland also
She
said
has a
he'll be
lot.
down shortly.
Okay.
What are they under? There we go, 219. It's under 219.
See, mine did it again.
It's under 219 for some reason. Yeah. So I guess I'm going to start the question off in my, Mr. President. So, state of Indiana did what they did very well. They decided they were going to give money and take money away. So how do we stand on the takeaway part? Because we obligated ourselves when they gave us the free money, of course. How do we sit now with money that isn't free anymore?
I'm sorry, it's a lot of noise there.
I'll talk a little louder. I apologize. I'll talk. It's coming from this way, but
Oh, okay.
it's not coming from back. Okay, state of Indiana had
The Health First Indiana
given it,
Funds.
right. Then the Lord give it, the Lord take it away. But we were left hanging with a lot of services that we did because there was money available that we voted for, so how do we stand on the things that we, at the time, didn't have money to support, but we supported because they gave us the money. The state gave us the money.
So we weren't doing all the services just because we had so much time to build up to doing all of the services. But we're still doing safe sleep. You know, LaPorte County has one of the highest infant mortality rates in the state. We're still able to do that program with funding that we have and also with support from like Health Foundation of LaPorte. We're doing that still. We've increased our vaccination program. We also have one of the lower rates of vaccinations in the state. We've been able to increase that by adding on Monday hours. We stay a couple hours late to get more families in who can't come during the day. So we are still meeting some of those goals, and we still have been able to increase services that we didn't have before.
So I went down 2 years ago, AIC. I know I talked to you about this, and I talked to the people that had made the presentation with the health department down at the AIC conference. I think that was down in Switzerland. And so I guess one of the hardest things that I have is that they use a rolling average for report cards, and it's just a terrible way to judge and to put the parameters out there. A 7-year rolling schedule in Michigan City, LaPorte County, and LaPorte City have this, failing grade for health, for what you're talking about. But there's never a way to improve it. And I've been doing this for a long time and working on this for a long time. That I was also at one time represented by the health department board. We switched seats. I know you guys get together, all of you. I asked that question. They said it was a good question, but they didn't have a good answer for it. For us to fix problems, we need to know what the problems are.
Correct.
By getting a report card of a D does not help LaPorte County at all. So that's my question. What have they? Is anybody
What
trying?
come up with?
Yeah, there's an easier way to put metrics out there than use a rolling average grade report card.
So we do get reports, like this year, we just got 2024 data that was just finalized and they've released. So we do get yearly data, but it's a year and a half behind. So that's what we have to work with.
That's not bad, though.
Yeah.
It's better than 7.
It's better than a 7-year rolling, exactly. So we do have that. Actually, we just met yesterday with Dr. Weaver. They're going to get us down to the zip code, down to the address, down to the areas that are suffering specifically with fetal infant mortality. So we can focus in those areas more and making sure those areas are getting what they need. Their solution for us is basically for us to take that money in and to give it out. They want us to be the grant reader, receiver, and giving that out to community entities to do the work.
Because we have tried on the Swanson, I'm on the Swanson Center Board of Directors, and so we've asked the same questions through that. That's why since day one on them have been beating this conversation up for a while. But I remember 20 some years ago in Michigan City we had a D- on the front page of the Michigan City News Dispatch at that time. But this is a really important thing that how we're being represented, and how we need to address our issues. I appreciate for being candid about it, but it's just disappointing that. And I went to Indianapolis and talked to people in Indianapolis about it, and they go, "Yeah, you're right, but that's all we're doing right now." So it's not a good answer to me, but.
It's not a good answer, and I don't think it's a good look for them to put it all on the local health departments, too, to take over these programs and to run these programs and supervise these programs when these are programs that we typically don't do at the public health level in Indiana. So I think a lot of that was very unfair for that to happen.
Fair enough. Thank you for being candid about it.
Right, no problem.
Anyone have any further questions?
Yeah, as far as Health First Indiana, which is the program that created the expansion of local health departments funding several years ago, we are no longer participating in that, correct?
We're currently not in it this year, no.
Is there any indication that we're changing that, or that you would recommend that we change that?
I don't know that there has
settled more?
been any further discussion on that of us opting back in, because it still is at the lower level. I think it was still taking a pause to see where it was going to be. I know they're going to be talking about 2028 budget and seeing if they can increase that level. So hopefully if it go, we'll be able to get back in to where
May I add a comment? Could you also share that the money that we gave up was just, you were a flow through? We had to find places in order to give that money to local, even for really push that money down. And that was one of the reasons that I understood that we opted out of the program.
There were several reasons, why we opted out was pushing it out and being the flow through and being the manager of those funds for the state. Also not cutting the services that we were supposed to provide. So there was many unfunded mandates within that, and also dictating the who we could and could not medically treat.
I just wanted to make sure we shared those reasons. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Most of it is that, that's part of it, but the most of it is that they cut their own funding.
We got cut by almost 78%.
That's the problem right there.
And you'll see the reductions in our different
I
budgets.
understand.
All right. Anybody else have anything on 1159?
This isn't like entirely specific to 1159, but since it's the biggest, I'll bring it up now. I'm looking at your cap plan. Great, you have like all the computers listed out, vehicles and such. If you would, please add the prices to those of estimated like replacement for them, because that's how we'll anticipate future capital expenses.
Okay.
And then
Just today's prices.
I can put
Yeah,
today's
just-
prices because I don't know what a computer is going to be in 7 years.
best estimate, yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be perfect. Just a ballpark.
Sure, I
It'll
can
be
do
a
that.
microchip in 7 years.
Yeah.
And then just also calling attention to you have a specific, your primary fund isn't in the general, it's actually its own property tax funded fund.
Correct.
Which actually has a pretty healthy balance in it. As of the end of the first quarter, it was like about 3.2 million. So it might be worth us looking at shifting some of our levy allocation away from health department and using up those savings, since that's just such a large chunk of money. That's enough to fund at least 100% of a full year's operation.
So there is a set amount in there that we received during COVID. And when Dr. Box was there and Governor Holcomb, that those funds cannot be used for certain things. It was to be set aside to use for capital improvements and not to be used for salaries.
Is that in your 1159 health fund, or is that in a
That's
different
1159, yes.
But also, though, history tells any department that when you have a large amount of money, at some point, if you don't use it, that they will take it away.
They'll lose it.
You're going to lose it. I don't care which department. I can pick any one of you.
Who's that they that's going to take it away?
So 1159 also is money that we make at our registers that we bring in through our department.
Right.
So it's funds that we're generating in our office that get deposited into 1159. So it's not all just tax levy. It's not all just money from the
Truth,
state.
but if you have this number, then you're looking at your 400 account, your ideas of computers and that can be used for that, for infrastructure.
Correct.
So a lot of stuff you're asking, I guess, goes both with your idea that they're not going to come to the general fund for computers,
Right.
car, vehicles, and that.
Right.
And I know that things are changing lately with funding for you, and it's made things a little bit more complicated. But like the start of 2025, your fund had about 2.2 million in it, and ended the year with 3.6. So it actually grew.
It did grow last year, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, I think naturally we don't want to be diverting levy that could be going to the general fund into health fund if it's growing faster than you're spending it, sort of thing.
And I agree with that. Just also know that last year I had several open positions that never got filled, and that's why I ended up in a plus instead of that's why I ended with such a big plus last year. So that's not going to be an every year thing.
Yeah. And I know there were a lot of transition stuff going on with leaving Health First Indiana that makes all of that a lot more complicated to guess where it's going to go.
Correct.
One of the questions is a side question. I know that you've reduced sometimes hours or services in Michigan City during construction, during different times that during relocations of offices. If we decided to work an idea that we would close Michigan City a couple of days a week, would that affect you at all?
I have closed Michigan City office 3 days a week.
3 days a week, so nothing will affect you if we reduce that. Then so you answered my question.
Yeah, yes.
That's a positive on that part.
Just one quick question on your budget on 30138 advertising. 25 expends 0, 26 expended is 0. You had 4,000 requests and 5,000 re-requests for next year.
So those were areas that last year were paid out of other funds.
Okay.
So that's why they're on 1159 for next year.
Thank you. Anyone else?
In your employee education and training, you've only spent $1,000 this year. You've got 12,000 budgeted for this year and asking for the same for next.
Yes, I can reduce that some if you'd like. A lot of they did a lot more northern regional training this year, so we didn't have that overnight travel like we normally do. And our big conferences this year, our big conferences, but educational training was also moved to the northern region this year, so there won't be overnight with that either.
Does that mean that next
So-
year everything will be in southern Indiana?
Probably.
And that's
They like to move it around, so everybody has an opportunity, so you don't have that travel. But yeah,
How much would you say you normally spend on that?
we typically spend anywhere between 8 and 10.
Okay. I don't think that's a place to cut with increases in everything else. I'll make the motion to accept the 200s, 300s, and 400s in 1159 for the county health department.
We have a motion by Ms. Heath. We have a second.
Second.
Mr. Mullenhour and Mr. Pressel. Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye for 1159.
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
5-1. All right, on to 1161, 236.
So 1161, it's kind of confusing now. That's the Health First Indiana Fund. If you remember, we used to have the trust fund and the tobacco funds. They got rid of that altogether. It's now called Legacy, and it goes into the same fund. So while we're not taking Health First Indiana, we can still receive our Legacy funds, which is $117,000 a year. So it's going into that pot. And I got a really nice spreadsheet going to keep it all.
So
Trying to keep it all.
So the other fund that we receive from smokers, I thought, because they come here in front of us, they divvy that money out. Is there, are you part of that too, or no?
I don't know.
There is that, they come in, they ask for, they distribute money, basically.
I don't remember.
Is that the opioid fund you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't use any
Also,
of that.
there's also, I thought there was also a smoking cessation they had with that group, that was too, like, okay. So yours is separate, so where does your monies go then to? Local grant, are you basically handing money out of this one too, or no?
Oh, no.
These are all,
No.
these are all your
This is-
programs?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
You said the other part, so I just want to make
Yeah.
sure that we're not,
No, that 117,000, we could give it out, but we're, since everything was cut, we're going to use it
okay,
within the department.
I understand, thank you. Motion approved.
Second.
Motion approved by Mr. Yagowski, second by Ms. Heath.
And a comment just briefly that as of the end of the first quarter, it looked like the balance in this was just shy of $1 million as well for this fund.
Correct. That's rollover from Health First Indiana funds that were not utilized.
Okay.
So that's
Excellent.
sitting there until we decide whether we're doing the program or not.
All right. All those
Somebody decides for me. It's not me.
all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Communicable disease, 2704. Down by $500.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, Mr. Mullenhour,
Second.
second by Ms. Heath. Any further discussion?
Where does this money come from?
That's a non-reverting fund that we bring in through
Thank
the
you.
department.
Thank you.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
I was 6-0 on that, too.
6-0, yeah.
Thank you.
ServSafe 2705, down $1,000.
Typically spend that in the second half of the year? Because it doesn't look like you've spent anything from there this year.
So, correct. That's our ServSafe for all the restaurants have to have a certified food manager. It
Can we-
depends on how many people are taking the
I
test
said
with
that
us, how many people are buying books. So right
Anybody-
now, we're doing,
anytime you
they'll
can
do
get-
inventory here in the next month to see what we need to get us through for next year. So it's just continually
Yeah, that'd be fine.
rolling.
So I'll make the motion to accept ServSafe for the 200
Because
account.
the book is.
Motion by Ms. Heath,
Table.
Second.
second by Justin Keel.
Okay.
Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? 6-0, carries.
Thank you.
Motion to approve the
Motion to approve by Mr. Yagowski,
7-11.
2711.
Second.
We've got seconds from Mr. Mullenhour and Mr. Pressel.
Question on that.
We do have a question. Go ahead.
So the water lab was closed for a period of time due to the flood damage and whatnot. Did we resume getting all of the customers that we had before after it closed down for a while? Or did people leave, go to other providers, and just not come back?
It seems that we got most of our clients back. The ones that we really didn't get back are our swimming pools. Those have chosen to go with other laboratories that come up and actually collect the sample and drive it back. A lot of them are out of Plymouth or out of Marshall County. There's a laboratory that does that. So we didn't get everybody back, but we got a good amount back.
And because we charge fees for that, does that cover
yes.
the cost of operating the staff and the equipment that's related to that?
So this is all for supplies. This doesn't cover a salary in there.
Okay. So the salary's coming out of general?
It's coming out of 1159.
Or, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. With that, we'll have a vote. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
I don't have a first motion on this one.
Mark Yagowski was the first. Seconds were by the corners.
Take your pick.
Pick.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're still on that one. That's
Yeah.
right, you said question. Got it.
Nope, you're fine.
I thought we were on to the next one.
Nope, we're on 2711.
Thank you.
We're taking a vote on 2711. So all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Carry. You're at 3 in a row, just so you know.
I know. Did you notice that when the 911 director walked out, they got quieter?
Darlene out over there too.
All right. Almost there. COAG 8259.
Where does this money come from?
It was a grant from the state during COVID for school liaisons to act between us and to be the go-between, in between, and also
Okay.
provide educational services and support within the schools.
So what are we doing now then? Is it being recharged, money coming back into it, or what's going on?
No, this is going to be solid for the next 4 or 5 years to pay for this position, and then I have a plan.
But as of right now, you're good for 5 years at least.
I'm noticing you don't have any staff allocated to this. Are you able to pay staff salaries out of this fund?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's in the next one. There's 2 COAG accounts.
I apologize. Number
My apologies.
We're on 8259.
8259, I'm sorry.
Yes, so this one, we have 2 school liaisons. One is a contractor, one is a regular paid staff member. So the contractor is paid out of this one, and all of the supplies for that program is paid out of here.
So this is, again, a COVID,
Yes, it was COVID funds.
so this one is going to dry out too,
Yes.
without your plan.
Without my plan, this one will they both will eventually dry out.
And it's 5 years?
This one is closer to 8 to 10 years.
Okay. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Mr. Yagowski.
Second.
Second by Justin Keel. Further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Now we're on to 9119. That's 5,000.
This was the one that was from the tipping fees for the dump. I can't think. Landfill.
Bill.
Thank you. That's the nicer word. From the landfill. And that's money set aside specifically for groundwater testing. So just to have something on the books in case we have to do that without having to come back to ask you to.
What's left with that then? Tipping
There's
fees?
about $56,000 left in that account.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Ms. Heath.
Second.
Second by Justin Keel. Further discussion?
So are we going out monitoring both the lake and the reservoir around it?
No, that hasn't been done for quite some time. And that was being done by IDEM, not us.
So what were we doing if IDEM's doing it?
So this for groundwater testing can be done anywhere in the county.
Granted, but it came from the tipping fees.
It came from the tipping fees at the landfill, yes.
Okay, you answered my question, thank you.
All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries 6-0 on 9119. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On to hazmat.
I got one more question.
Oh,
You can just answer.
I excused her.
You have your plan for the future. So can we go with the idea that since you have that amount of money in your account, what do you think you're going to be able to take care of? What do you think that you expect the county to help out with? Because this is unusual that you have that amount of money, $3 million, to allocate towards some of these projects. See, I'm glad you gave us projects, but it's really projects that we have to worry about, not that you have to worry about. If you're going to pay for it, that paper doesn't mean nothing to us. Does that make sense to you?
No?
Department comes to me and they need computers, stuff like that. They have no income coming in and everything. They have no money.
Correct.
We have to plan for their future. You have $3 million. What do we have to plan for your future? Because that's a lot, the stuff, you have a good list here. What can you pay for and what are you planning on paying for? Mm-hmm.
So I always want to have that cushion in the back there, right, in case something happens.
Understand.
Something, again, if I don't get that levy, if that levy is drastically cut, I have that cushion to pay there. That funds that were set aside from the COVID funds from Dr. Box that received reimbursement back for all the shots that we gave has always been to have our own offsite building for storage. And for our trailer.
I understand. So the county doesn't have, this county here, us, we don't have the privilege of having extra money that we can just hold on to. It's nice that you have it, but you can't plan the future for that. What are you planning on paying for that list? That's what I need to know. The county council needs to know that, not just Mark Yagelski.
Do you want the list right now?
No, you have the list. Could you tell us what you're able to take care of? Because we're surely not going to let $3.5 million sit in the account and you're going to say, well, we got to buy office furniture and computers. I mean, you have some funds available. We have to utilize those funds. We can't go on the idea that, well, the future, you may not have it. That doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for us. It doesn't work for you that way.
Framed another way, is there anything in here that you don't think that your existing balances would be able to cover for future capital expenses? So be it vehicles, computers, lab equipment, whatever.
No.
So you're essentially entirely self-sufficient, given the balance that you have today.
Correct.
Okay.
Thanks for rephrasing it.
I was about ready. I was about ready.
Usually Adam does that, but
I was going to pull the Adam and put it another way.
Let me put it another way.
All right. Are we good? Is she excused now?
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Free.
Sure.
Third time's a charm, second time's a charm.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you for your time. Now to hazmat.
Don't forget Pioneer Seminary, because I'm noticing it's not on the list. I just saw that.
Okay.
I don't know if they have someone coming.
Well, they usually have somebody come.
174.
Someone told them that they're
I don't know.
running early. Like,
Is
if someone talked
anybody
to,
coming?
We have more people coming.
Is Pioneer Cemetery planning on coming, or is that one that we can?
I don't.
She's not planning on coming.
She always likes to be here.
I
for
know,
this,
that's- I
but
don't wanna-
I don't have a phone number to reach her.
We always suggest that you schedule her the first day. We've asked us to before. Prior to you asked Ms. Swinsky to do that, please schedule her early.
That's all right.
She
all right.
chooses the time.
No, you tell her she goes the first
Hold
day.
on.
She goes the first. She can pick any time the first day.
All right, let's get back on track here. Hazmat.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Morning. Pretty much the same. I guess my question was on the next page, so I'll wait till the next page.
Jack, I can yell at you. I can yell at you.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Twos and threes?
Yes.
Motion to approve twos and threes by Mr. Mullenhour. Second was by Ms. Heath. Further discussion for hazmat?
Just a question, since everybody's come up to us and said our radios costs more, insurance costs more. I don't see, you haven't had any increases. Are you been able to hold it because of a special reason or?
Yeah. We're going to need the portable radios eventually.
That's a long term, but I mean, radio repair is not one of your problems or those type of things like that. Okay.
Not immediately, no.
Okay. Thank you.
Related to that, though, did you prepare a capital assets plan as part of your budget process or submit one with your budget documents?
No.
You may want to look into that so that way we can properly forecast any major expenses you might have, be it computers, radios, other equipment.
Okay. Seeing no other questions, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
Got it.
5-1. Okay, right to know, 1152. I guess I'll go from the first one. Other services and charges. In 25, you expended 43.62. So far in 26, we're at 0, and we're keeping it at 25 for 27.
1152 account?
The local emergency plan, right to know, 1152.
That is, that there'll be coming out of that for calibration of instruments. That's what that is used for.
Okay.
What is it?
Calibration of the instruments.
Okay.
Of all of our equipment.
And that's probably like at every 2 or 3 year.
No, it's every year.
Every year? Okay. Well, I'm just asking because in 25 you spent 4,300 and it's budgeted at 25,000. And where do you think you'll be at for 26, 27?
Probably around that 4,000 mark.
Okay, so do we really need to leave it at 25,000?
That number could come down.
Be okay with 15?
That's that's a state fund that's put into an account.
There's only about a $45,000 balance in it, so it can't really easily be overspent.
That's a state fund.
Okay.
It's not funded by the county.
Okay.
And I'm guessing the uses for that are pretty restricted.
Yes, 7 things you can spend it on. It's really.
Yes.
Okay.
I think this is probably fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
200s and 300s is presented.
Motion approved 2s and 3s by Mr. Keel.
Second.
Second by Jimmy Pressel. Any further questions?
This could go from both, doesn't matter which one. So because we're blessed with having 94 go through our area, you've had to respond to some spills in that, on that area 94 in the past?
Justin made the motion.
Respond on everything.
Jimmy made the
Right.
second.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I
In
got
94
the- I got the
specifically,
second.
because it's heavily traveled. Been a lot of cases lately with truckers and that because they
We
got
haven't had a lot of spills.
Okay.
You mean from this recent construction?
Yes.
We haven't had a lot of spills. We've had accidents up there, but they've all been, we'll just call them fender benders.
Okay.
Where cars drive under the semis or smack the backs of them.
Right.
And the cabs are not usually involved.
If we do respond, do the insurance companies reimburse us all?
Sometimes.
It's something that we have to lift. I mean, yeah, not even 94. I just used 94 because what's going right now is a toll road had a 10-year that they were not allowed to raise. Well, they raised the money, and so everybody's using 94, Highway 20, so on and so forth, 12. So is this something that we need to pursue? Is it a lot of money that you're spending out that we're going after these cases? I didn't mean to use 94 as a reference, but
No, I understand.
a reference as a toll road costs us more money because they're coming off the toll road.
We try to bill everything we bill for. We can only bill for certain things. So we try to recuperate everything we put out, but we don't get much back. If a fire department bills instead of us, we try to recoup it from the fire department if they get paid. Because only one agency can bill for it.
Sure. Okay. Just like I said, I did see a lot of, maybe they weren't much accidents you actually had to fix or do something for, but the construction's been terrible and there's been numerous accidents.
I have other words for that construction. It's a nightmare.
But anyways, pretty much you just try to get the money back as you can. Okay. You answered my question. Thank you.
Okay. With that, I'll call for a vote. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Carries 6-0. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Seeing as we're caught up for the moment, it's 10 o'clock. Let's go ahead and take a 10-minute leg stretcher. All right. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Doing well. How are you today?
Not too bad
All right.
so far.
So we'll start with 134 and then we'll go to 246.
Okay. Okay.
Seeing as there are no 200s or 300s in 134, I guess.
No, there's second page. Or no.
No.
No. Yeah. I mean, 134 doesn't have any 2 or 3. So,
Although while we're on it, and I know we're not approving 100s today, extra hire part-time seasonal line item, it says here in the notes, the current amount does not justify the hourly rate. The new amount will cover the current hourly rate. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yes, sir. So a couple of years ago, we raised that salary from $13 an hour to $16 an hour, but we failed to increase the funding associated with that. So that's what that number is.
I guess to piggyback on that, I mean, you spent 7,025. Currently, you're at 21. Do you anticipate using all the 13 here in 26?
Yes, we've lost senior staff and our attorney. So the turnover, new training at a time when we're already in triage mode, we'll probably use all of it.
Okay.
But while those positions have been vacant, there's money still in your other 100 accounts that could also pay for that, I suppose?
That's possible, yeah.
Also, this is for 2027's budget too.
Right.
Not this year's.
Just, I know that other departments have done the same thing. It was $13 to $16. It was they were supposed to, if they could get them in lower amount, it's up to $16. It's not, we never raised it to $16. It's up to $16.
Up to $16.50.
$16.50. Thank you.
I don't mean to be.
Thank you.
Though if
No,
you're
I-
trying to hire people at less than 1650, you're probably not getting a lot of applicants.
But you missed my point. If you give, the offer was from 13 to 1650, up to 1650. Not every, but of course, what's the easy way to advertise? It's 1650. I'm just letting you know that it didn't work well.
I have found that if you have retirees that have a mother-in-law move in with them, they're more apt to apply for the
House for
position.
$16.50 an hour.
For free. They do it for free.
Those are the ones you pay 13 and then. All right. So, with nothing really being on the 134s for today, we'll go to the 2067.
So this fund is entirely through fee collection, correct?
Yes, we are funded by contractor registration, and then our salaries, well, they come from the general fund, but our permit fees go into the general fund, so that's the offset with that.
Are you not using postage or not paying for it out of your budget?
We use the regular postage machine at the county for our regular mail. But sometimes we have legal notices where we have to do certified mailings, bulk mailings, not packages, but the big envelopes with stuff. That's what we use that particular line item for.
Okay.
It doesn't appear that you've used it last in 25 or this year at all.
I will be using some of it because I've been stacking cases.
Okay.
So we're going to be visiting the courts and tearing down some houses.
How's the online system been working? So we've been working on that for, quite some time.
So overall, it is absolutely wonderful. I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. It's like going from Little House on the Prairie, expecting to run into Michael Landon or Laura Ingalls in the hallway, to a NASA control center. Now, some of my older guys with the tablets, they need a little bit more help with that. And there's always tweaks when you have a major software overhaul. And then when you have a staff rotation on top of it, it gets a little crazy. But it is everywhere from record keeping, eliminating redundancies, increasing efficiency with staff. It's great. And I haven't implemented and utilized everything that's available yet because we need to catch up to get there. And I'll give you an example. I've already implemented AI on the public side. So, and the highway department jumped in on that with us. I think even the recorder started doing some of that. So there's a widget at the bottom of our web page. I think it's on the bottom right, and all the public can go in there and ask any question. You're having trouble filling out an application. You're not sure what this regulation means. You even want to know what the hours of the museum are. This thing scanned our entire website and all of our publicly available documents in a weekend, learned it. I train it. Well, I would like to say every month. I don't always have time. I train it on the stuff that it doesn't know or that it answers incorrectly. It improves. It keeps improving over time. It doesn't get sick. It doesn't have a bad knee. It just works all the time. And I'm going to implement another module on inside for staff. So when I have new staff coming in, they're going to have a personal robot assistant right there. I haven't implemented this yet, but I'm looking at it to help guide them along the way. This should eliminate mistakes before they happen, so we're not issuing permits that shouldn't be issued or having lawsuits and stuff like that, and maintain our efficiency and professional standards even while we're dealing with turnover. I mean, that's the hope anyway.
Yeah, because I know like Michigan City, they decided to go paperless. So it sounds cool, but it took 12 people to come on my phone and tell me how to go through the system. So there was no answer. I tried the question thing. It did not do any good. So, but they don't have an AI program. But I know that it's been a disaster somewhat on their switchover for me to get a permit.
I've heard that, and I get calls. I get calls all around the state from all 92 counties. I got a call from Carson City, Nevada, from other building commissioners asking me, how do you do what you do? Can you give us a rundown? Can you teach us how this works? And I spent a lot of time on the front end evaluating other departments and other softwares before I made this decision. Because what we all have to go through, a major software overhaul, it doesn't just affect me, it even affects you guys indirectly, it affects Darlene, it affects, the assessor that has to give them access to parcel data. I mean, this was a major move, and I wanted to make sure that it was, I don't want to do this twice.
Right. You referenced Little House on the Prairie. Some people don't even know what Little House on the Prairie is. So
yeah. I think last time I used Flintstones,
I just wanted to help you in this one. So.
Motion to approve the 200s and 300s as presented.
Got a motion by Mr. Keel on 2067. Got a second by Mr. Pressel. Anything else? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Thank you very much for your time.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
For that answer?
Okay, so we'll do her first at lunch. We'll do her after lunch.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, she's coming at 1.
That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
If she wants to be here, she wants to.
No, I understand, but just so you guys know, she answered the question, so that's all I meant. The question was answered.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
Really quick, though, it was answered by simply as, this is for, like other departments, this is for the people that cannot afford, that they don't always use the money, but it's for people that cannot afford child advocates and stuff like that.
That's fine.
But
But if she wants to be here for it, we'll wait to do it. All right. Next, Brooke, are you ready to roll? We'll get you before we get Angie.
save it up.
Animal Shelter 156.
How's the fountain thing out front going?
Good. Yeah, we got that fixed and it's been running smoothly ever since.
Thank you.
$156.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing under maintenance and repairs, you have 51,000 requested for, with a note that it's for a generator. I take it the generator's 50,000 of that?
So yeah, we currently don't have a generator, but it was recommended by the maintenance department that we have one since we have live animals there. So if we ever did have a outage, that would be a huge problem. So I was told that roughly 50K would be expected for that.
A lot more than that.
More than 50K?
Installation and everything. Installation and everything, yes.
I mean, we could talk about doing that.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know the balance of your donation fund?
What?
Do you happen to know the balance of your donation fund?
I do not off the top of my head.
Uh, 86,000 at the end of the first quarter. A lot of that. What is the current plan if there's a power outage that's extended in duration?
Open the doors.
Yeah, I mean, it would be contacting the vets around us and hoping that they have space to house our animals.
Not to jinx anything, but we've not had any major outages before.
Not since I've been here.
With us being on the main line on 2, we rarely lose power.
So, not to
I can tell you as a resident.
It goes right there, too.
right.
Yeah.
Not to downplay the animals, not because you lose power, but if you have a case that you lose power and you can start up an emergency generator, you're talking, a couple $1,000, $2,500, $2,700 compared to $50,000. I don't know the needs and wants if that's one of our top listed in the county. I mean, because we can get a generator that gets power for services that you just need for that temporary part of it. They don't need lights.
Right.
Trying to just cool it, that you can do that if that's the process.
Correct. I would say it's more so a concern in extreme temperatures when it's freezing outside or when it's
Totally get that.
hot.
How does, this is probably a question best directed to building maintenance, but do we have the ability to bring up a generator if they lost power for a period of time, or do we not have that sort of equipment?
No, we've had equipment and somehow it always disappears, not that through you. Somehow it always disappears. We had equipment that was over in the health department, had in Michigan City. I don't know where that one went to. We had one, of course, over here at the old folks home here, and that one disappeared. But to answer your question, we have had plenty of generators, but they just go away.
Have you gotten a quote on a generator at all?
So it was just a discussion I had with building maintenance about what they expected a generator for our facility to cost. I haven't personally gotten any quotes yet.
I would like to see it go from both ways, that we look at a temporary generator compared to a full-time, because I understand, but there's the needs and wants are not there like it is for other facilities.
If it's rare enough, I would maybe consider looking to come up with a MOU with another unit of government or another entity that you might be able to borrow one from on short notice. It sounds like it doesn't go.
State has some if you look at it, yeah.
Yeah, if you should find yourself in that situation, it'd be one thing if power outages were frequent, but it sounds like given your guys' location to the main line and the NIPSCO facility that's there, that this is a pretty unusual occurrence.
Yeah, I would say we experience a power outage every couple of months. It's not usually very long term, but this is more of like a preventative measure in the case of an emergency. You know, we don't have anything currently, but if an MOU with another company is a possibility, I'm open to those suggestions.
If you are going to get a price, like your state has excess inventory that they do. We received in the past. If you got to request it. We could look at both, maybe a temporary generator, because this is not a need and want type thing. This is just, it'd be nice to have instead of what we're talking about. Because there's a lot of maintenance on a full side. By the time, then you're going to go into a maintenance program, and when oil changes, and then it's got to start and stop every once a month. And it's not a cheap price amount of money just to throw out there.
Not totally a no, but I would say maybe see what you can find that's a cheaper avenue for it and bring it back to us, and we would entertain that then.
Okay, because yeah, I definitely agree. I think the labor of it is where a lot of that cost is. It's not necessarily $50K for the unit itself. It's
installation,
installation.
Correct.
Power. Yeah.
Correct.
I'm also wondering if there aren't any emergency preparedness grants maybe for that through maybe ASPCA or somebody.
Yeah, that's possible. I looked into them vaguely. I know that Jane Bernard had emergency preparedness plans. I think we just need to update and make sure everything.
Because I would think this would fall under one of those things pretty strongly.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'd check with like the cities and see if they have something like this. Like the town of La Crosse has a generator on a trailer that could power a small building that it probably needs started up and, make sure it's working in proper order. But like, there's probably places that have things like this that you could potentially tap into if something happened.
Okay.
Did you ask what the balances were?
Justin did.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. The donation fund has a balance of $82,623. The endowment is $50,000. And the spay and neuter is $5,677. How about adding it to their capital asset plan?
Yeah. Did you submit a capital asset plan?
I did, and it is on there.
Fantastic. One other question for you from me. Revenue. We collect fees for certain services, right? Do you happen to know about how much we collect on an annual basis?
On an annual basis?
Rough ballpark.
Honestly, I have no idea.
Give us a minute.
Most of that would be generated in our reclaim fees, which are minimal. I mean, it's $25 to pick up your cat or dog.
How are we doing on the vet situation?
So we have been lucky enough to secure someone who is coming more on a regular basis monthly to do spays and neuters for us in-house, and that is going to save us a great deal of money. That process is in its infancy, really. We just started doing that. So you'll see that I am requesting to go from $6,993 to $20,000. We have already spent over $12,500 in veterinary care costs. We did just start basically we're going to start paying the vet who comes in weekly for us. And that's going to cost us another $12,000 a year. So even with the vet coming in who's doing the reduced spay and neuter costs for us, and I do anticipate that's going to save us a lot of money, the $20,000 is still greatly needed for everything outside of that. Spay and neuter costs are significantly high, but that's not the only thing we do. Obviously, there's a tons of other veterinary care requirements, and even just medications, vaccinations, all those things are, the prices are pretty high.
All right, so what's the pleasure?
So are we removing the generator then from the budget?
I think at this time that would probably be wise,
So we're taking that back down to $1,000?
but we'll keep it on the radar and just
And
come back to
You're
us.
saying that you've spent $12,500 for veterinary services, but we're only saying $98,14 on our end through June. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then your desktop computers shouldn't really be in office supplies. That should be capital assets. Should not, correct?
Yeah, I have it on that as well. I guess I was under the impression that it had to be.
That
listed
should be
in
in your
both.
capital asset plan,
That-
not in your office supplies necessarily.
Computers are 400 accounts, and we normally do not put 400s in the budget.
Okay.
They need to, you have to come back and ask for it.
Okay.
And have you gone through with
Yeah.
Darlene about
Price it.
what you need?
So we have discussed, yeah, that's where I got the prices from. So roughly $1,700 per computer is what she was saying.
You've got 17,000 listed for office supplies.
So correct, because I was including the printer, which was quoted at $5,000, the 2 computers, the mounted radios that are in our trucks. I also consider the equipment that we're using in our office as office supplies. So like our catch poles. And if you believe that those should be coming out of a different fund as well, I mean.
I think that printers, computers, and radios probably definitely should be. Those aren't
Okay.
really necessarily an office supply.
Okay.
And it looks like you've already expended over $5,000 for office supplies this year, even though your budget was $1,483.
Correct.
And, okay.
So again, with Darlene, were all these computers needed? Can some be purchased this year, next year? What was I know it'd be nice to redo the whole office, but what's your printing needs? How much do you print?
A lot. I mean, we print a ton. Every kennel card for every animal that comes in has to be printed. Adoption paperwork, all of that's printed.
Your other printer's obsolete?
What?
Your other printer you had is obsolete?
There's only one working printer in the.
It's obsolete now?
So the parts that they need to repair it, they no longer make.
So it's obsolete.
It's obsolete.
That makes it obsolete.
How much roughly were the radios broke?
So when I first started looking at them, they were priced higher, but I think that those came with a lot of the glitz and the glamour that maybe we don't need. So I cross-referenced, and it looked like roughly $1,500 per radio.
And you need 2 of them?
Yeah. Now, I had someone from the sheriff's department come in a couple months ago to look at the radios, and they said that Motorola wouldn't be updating
Servicing
those services for much longer.
Seems to be a theme with Motorola. Okay, so if we look at moving the computers at 8,400 off of the 17,183 and the 3,000 off the 17,183. So we're 11,400. So 5,400 roughly is what you'd need for office supplies.
Yes. I mean, if we don't agree that like things that we're using on a regular basis to run our operations,
I think your catch poles and that would
Would
be under
fall.
office. I mean,
That's how I look
supplies
at
are
it.
office. I mean,
That's why I'm asking. Yeah.
as long as auditor's fine with how that's termed.
It's up to you guys.
But, you know, I'd put your computers in a line item and your radios in it. I mean, that's how we have it.
And the printer,
Well, computer,
capital assets, yeah.
yeah.
So then I'm looking for, like, the catch pools come up to about $100 each. I'd like to get 3 of those. We need to replace our large dog trap. It's rusted. It's hardly usable anymore, and I would like to get a backup one because oftentimes we need to place 2 traps, but we're in when we only have one, and it makes it hard to rotate that, especially when LaPorte City and Michigan City also don't have large dog traps, so they have to borrow ours occasionally. So I'd like to have 2 of those. That would be $500 each. And I would like to replace some of our small animal traps, looking at another $100.
Okay. So would you be comfortable with us putting in, say, 5,500 in office supplies then?
Yes.
That work?
Their revenue that they collect for the general is $5,706.92, and for dog tax, $1,765. So not a lot.
We used to collect a lot more dog tax when the township trustees took care of it.
Yeah,
This was the entirety of last year?
just this year,
Year to date.
yeah, from July.
Might be time to look at the fees and see if they make sense still, how we compare with other counties. 'Cause we were looking at it, it seems kind of,
I guess the problem is the collection is not the fees, it's who's going to,
Who polices it?
who's going to police it?
yeah.
You increase it, who's going to be policing it?
Because they've already got their time taken up by, they don't have time to go around looking for a dog tag on every.
Well, no, when someone comes to pick up their pet because it was lost,
We ask them to purchase that, but that, I would say, I don't know how well that was being handled before 2026. So we have been a little bit more adamant about it this year, that we're asking people when they collect their animals that they are getting their license.
okay. What's your email? And I'm going to CC you on an email to the EMA director. He might know someone that has a generator that could be
Okay.
available.
Yeah, it's B. Kegabine. I don't know if you have the spelling up there.
Yes.
Should
got
pop
it.
right in.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, it popped up. Perfect.
Okay, so reducing maintenance and repairs to $1,000, reducing office supplies to $5,500. Are there any other changes?
Yes. So I was looking to double our education. Currently, it sits at $400. I have 2 animal control officers. We did 1 training this year for 1 person, and it was $400. So I'd like to double that.
That seems within reason. Pleasure of the board.
Motion to approve 2s and 3s with revisions by Ms. Heath.
Could you restate those revisions
Sure.
for us, please?
For account number 2001, or 0001, for office supplies at $5,500. Account 30013 at $1,000. Those are the changes that I've noted.
Okay.
So I'll second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Pressel, a second by Ms. Heath. Any further questions?
Yes, this month I was not able to talk with Darlene. They have a meeting with it, so she did state that both the computers and the printer are both needed.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Nope, that's fine. With that, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed?
Nay.
Motion carries 5-1. Thank you, Brooke.
Did we decide on anything about the vet and hospital
We approved you at 20.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, the only two changes we made were the capital assets.
Oh, got it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And we'll work with Darlene and on the computer thing, and then get us some quotes on the generator.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Should we do MS4 and then building maintenance?
Yeah. I think so.
Who's up?
Chris Haven.
MS4 then for,
Yeah.
yep. If they're up, they're up.
Sound good, Mr. Big Cheese?
That's fine.
Wait a minute.
MS4 is not till 2:30.
They're not till 2:30.
Paul's
No,
here
no,
too.
no. They're not till 2:30, so just.
2:30.
So just go ahead, stick with the person that came here
You're
first.
right. You just walked.
They're not up till 2:30.
Oh.
But Angie's been here.
Yeah.
Angie's been here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so-
Big.
Because you asked him to come early.
Okay, we best everybody.
Well, we've asked everybody, but Angie's next on the list, so we'll do that, and then we'll.
Just making sure.
All right. Building maintenance.
Whatever side, I don't care.
You're talking.
We've been waiting for you.
Angie, you want to introduce
What?
you want to introduce your assistant?
This is Savannah. She's my office manager.
Hello.
Don't be mean to her.
Move the
Put the mic between you so when she
What?
talks. Put the mic between you so when she talks we can hear.
They're gonna make you talk.
Hello. No.
Here you go. You can have it.
I already told her that we're going to mess with her, so it's okay.
Oh, no.
I got to start off by saying that Adam couldn't be here today, but he mentioned that we talked about maybe even delaying a little bit your request, but we said, well, let's just go through it and find out what we can.
I'm okay with it.
I know, but you're not. So we said, well, we're going to at least come today and talk about it. Even if we don't vote for everything today, we can vote. We're allowed to vote for the next couple months here. So it's just that we know there's going to be some more questions. I want to start off with the department's done a great job with our committee. They have listened to us and suggestions, and they've come up with their own too. But we have started tackling projects around here. We just recently did a small building over in LaPorte for the fairgrounds. It's not the answer for it right now, but it's a temporary fix to get us through the fair and then find out where we can find the finances for that project. We have I think we have a good team working together as a complement to both the department. They're working as a team. They're working together. In the past, I think I brought this up, that everybody was assigned areas because they couldn't get along with everybody. So one person was assigned one area. That doesn't happen now, and so there is a cohesiveness in the department. But the biggest thing I'm going to mention is that with that, we have to decide who has to pay for these bills. So let's start out with the sheriff's department. I've already talked with the sheriff, so he's familiar with this conversation. And Mike, I know you can go with this. The offenders breaking sprinkle heads. We're running out there 24/7. One of the things that I had a really complaint to was they have jailers that do some of the dispensing of the food, things like that. They have an elevator there. They've crashed that car against that elevator. We've had to go out there numerous times to fix that door. That I told them, I said, if we have to, we'll just shut that elevator off and we'll have to carry the food. I don't really have a problem with that. But we have to continue these small costs. If Angie actually showed you what we pay just for that particular department, you would all be shocked in why it's coming out of maintenance. I'm not saying that we have to fix it, I understand it, but it should not become, that particular item should not be coming out of maintenance.
And you say they're crashing a cart into the...
Yeah, there's that one back cart
So
there,
it's a
but
Sallyport elevator, and when they bring their...
the one that goes to the kitchen.
So when
yeah.
we have another issue with it, though. The door closes way too soon. And just over time, the elevator will go down when they put the pallets in it. So then they have that lip and they're trying to pull out the pallet of food and it's hitting the door and it's just an ongoing issue. But it has started with them basically like they don't take care of stuff. And we've stopped fixing it on the weekends.
The issue
if it
is
breaks on the weekends, we don't go because I'm not having emergency
The issue is it's not a maintenance elevator, it's a passenger elevator. So I'm not saying we can't use it, but we're over abusing this elevator and all it's going to do is cost us more money.
And the person doing it should
absolutely
be disciplined.
So we could go on all day about this conversation, but like we go to other departments. We talked about JV. You've been out there numerous times with issues. We finally said, look, you guys got to fix some of your own problems or help us out because we can't keep running out there. They're on call. It's ridiculous on weekends and stuff like that. We had to refuse some of these calls because they're out of salt. I'm just for example. Why would you call us? You're out of salt. There's a salt right there. Pallets, fill up your softener, but it's just these ridiculous calls that we got either to do that or if we fix things, we have to either decide: are we going to put a maintenance budget out there to start fixing items? So, example like fixing the roof. We didn't have a account set up, and you worked on the account for that. But it's our next step. Okay, we went from doing nothing in that area to doing a lot, but now we got to fight who's going to pay for it. Is that fair enough? Or
Yeah, no, you're spot on.
We all know there's a commissary account, but going back to these people that are doing this, we okayed sergeants and lieutenants a few years back, and that's supervision, and they got supervisors on 24/7. And that's their job is, if they've got a problem with one of the other jailers or anything, why, they better be doing their job and doing some discipline, I would think. That's my opinion.
Well, there's more departments that's just one of many. And these calls are ridiculous.
We stopped a lot of it. We worked with like JSC with the directors and stuff at community corrections and all that. Like I'll call the director if there's a stupid call and like we're not coming. And they don't expect us to for a hornet in the building. We got a call that there was a hornet in the building. We didn't go. One single hornet. So we've stopped a lot of the calls that the drinking fountain doesn't work. There's one 5 foot down. They don't want to walk there. We're not coming for that if you have another active one. So we have stopped a lot of that in the last year.
Okay. Well, let's get to the 2s and 3s. Obviously, the capital asset plan was well put together, and we'll get to that.
I could get you more on that if you'd like.
There's plenty of reading there. So,
which will probably be the topic of a special workshop.
Special workshop. We probably won't discuss that capital asset right now.
Angie, on 229, repairs to buildings.
Yes.
Look at that, zero.
Huh?
Look at that, zero.
It looks great.
You did a great job, by the way.
Yeah.
Repairs needed.
2025, we were 411,000. We're zero now?
Is that a mistake?
So, that was a mess.
What should it be?
Yeah.
In repairs to buildings?
Yeah.
You have zero. What should it be?
What should it be? Like, what should we have in it?
Yeah, zero is not realistic. We're going to have to repair buildings.
Didn't we start with?
Oh, you have nothing. You have the same report we do. Look over on the side there and look at that report there.
Second from the bottom of the first page.
Yep.
And as you keep looking, repair elevators happen to be next zero. I mean, you can keep going, but.
What did we have in it?
The last 2 years, you've had nothing that you asked for, but you've spent $400,000 or $411,610 in 2025
It's on this
and
one.
$440, it looks like, but I know it has to be more than that in
There's no way.
2026.
We had 210. So it's a 30299 now.
Okay,
Oh, it got
Here's the
moved to a
building.
different number.
okay.
So it's 210,000. Because it's a 300 account.
So it's how much?
210.
You went from 411 to 210? If you look back at the original 20029, in 2025, it was $411,610.
So, Mike, wasn't there a mistake in that? There was something in one of the budgets that there was some mistake in the mix of everybody coming and going before I was
So
here.
the true number is the number you just gave right now.
The 210 is what we had for this year.
The 30299.
Hey, where did you stick 20031 repairs and elevators?
It's right
19?
above it at 302297.
How much is that?
She requested 48.
So last year they requested 48, and here's the deal with that. Apparently, the elevator contracts had been getting paid out of repairs to elevator. I didn't know that. We've been paying them out of contracts because it's a contract. So that would explain why there was 48,000 in there this year,
And why we're dropping it to.
and why we don't have money in contracts this year, because we've actually been paying it out of contracts.
Okay.
And not out of repairs to elevator like they were in the past. So yes, technically, our contracts need to go up, and that could technically go down.
So you want it to be 20,000 and 20,000? Because it looks like it's split between the two right now.
The maintenance contract 30007 is up from 65 and changed to 91,000 to cover that, I believe.
So yeah, repairs to elevators can go down to the 20, and if we add that 28, take that away and put it into maintenance contracts.
But then you've got 20031 at 20,000 as well.
I think that's a duplication.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
So can we take that
another
20,000
elevator here?
out?
Yeah.
I don't think so. That was just.
We have
The first page.
20031, and we have it again
Yeah.
in the 3,000,
Mm-hmm.
the 300s.
So can that first one?
So on this year's, it was in 30297.
Yep.
So can we
So,
take
yeah,
that
you guys-
off at 20031? The bottom
Okay,
first.
so that can
Possible
zero.
these are two different things, because like 200s are supplies, 300s are services contracts.
So
Yeah.
you guys changed some of that
We
this
normally
year.
do.
Changed our accounts over to 300s from
Little bit.
200s. So that's,
So that's just a duplication.
Yeah.
That's what.
so it should be the 30297.
Okay, so that one.
So Angie,
can strike
Angie,
that.
at 31112, janitorial services, I know that was a couple of years ago. Where is that fund now coming out of?
So that actually went back into janitorial supplies because somewhere along the line, someone decided they wanted to take that 10,000 out of supplies and put it into services, but we don't have services per se.
Okay.
So that went back into janitorial supplies to the 142, because it was 132. They took that 10 out, and I don't know why this was all done.
It's okay, just, that's where, I just wonder where it went to.
On your maintenance contracts, does that include 911's HVAC contract?
So, yes.
Okay.
And actually, can I bring this up to you guys? It would explain a little more.
You need more keys. You need more keys.
I have two more sets if you'd like them. So the second page explains what we need to have in contracts
Thank you.
that we don't have in contracts now that have been pulled out of other
Thank you.
accounts.
Thank you.
So everything on that back page for contracts, we've never had generators in a contract, and they have to have load bank tests every year. And they technically should have service, which would prevent us having more issues. So to have all the generators have their load bank tests and their service for 2027, we just got an estimate from one company. We haven't checked a couple others, but just to give an idea, it's roughly $17,000. The Otis contract is the $15,000. Our communication company for fire is roughly 22. Then we have our pest control, Schindler Elevator, Wildman, which does all of our rugs. That should technically be in a contract as versus we're paying it out of janitorial or building repairs or anything like that, which we have been over the past years.
Mainly been supplies right now.
Yep. Johnson Septic, they do the pit here in the jail, and they do that every month, sometimes a little bit more. They actually told us their prices are going to increase, so I put that increase in there. Zincan Water Treatment, that's been being paid out of our water budget for I don't know how many years, and that they do all the water treatment in the buildings. So that's roughly what it costs for a year. And then the 911 server room is in there. So you get a total on contracts of $97,871.56. And these are all things that we've been pulling out of other accounts to pay that technically should have their own money because we do this every month.
So we probably need to adjust that 3,007 to realistically 100,000. I know you've got it down to the penny here, but
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, listen, I've been numbering.
you have, and we appreciate that. Thank you for breaking it down.
But yeah, like I said, a lot of these things like the pit pump and the water treatment, for years it's been paid out of our water budget.
All right.
So we can't do that because if you look then on the first page, I broke down what water was in 25 and what we've already paid in 26. Like I was kind of breaking all that down for you too. So yeah, realistically, our contract should be close to $100,000.
I'm also noticing on the sheet here, you're estimating that electricity for the next year will be about 1.37 million.
So 2026, we've paid the 685, 897, 68. So if you say the next 6 months we're going to pay the same, that's what we'll need by the end of this year. So I think we have 1.3. Am I correct?
Yes, yes.
And I know we spoke recently and you had mentioned that we've now gotten to the point that everything that's in that being paid out of that account is strictly
electric
NIPSCO.
bills. Yep.
NIPSCO,
Yep.
et cetera.
Yes.
NIPSCO.
Thank you.
Only NIPSCO, I swear.
Right here.
Put solar on all of our buildings.
Your snow removal, is that your cost of snow removal or somebody else coming to do it?
So that was who we paid to do the EMS bases and salt the lots. They do Michigan City when we need them to, when our guys don't get to it. So we have 15,000 in that account. We spent 27,44410 this year. We had a very rough winter. So we wiped out grounds and pest control to finish paying snow removal.
It's
So that-
this is one of those
That's kind of a hard one. Like, what do you do?
that you can't, right?
And in that does not include the salt that we had to buy this year.
What do you buy, is it salt that we use for the roads or?
Sidewalks and then our salting the back lot. We have a small spreader for the pickup this year.
So are we using a salt sand mixture?
No. Actually, we discussed with Charity about coming up with something about getting like bulk salt for next year.
Absolutely.
And having a place to keep it. We haven't gotten that far, but actually we had Greg working on that to see if we can do something along those lines to get bulk instead of buying the bags, because it'll be a lot
With
cheaper.
Charity, I mean, she's got, her salt is like 20 times the amount that, I mean, if there's something that we need, they can take a loader and give yours little,
Their salt won't go through our spreaders,
what, okay.
so we have to get something that would work in what we have. Unless you want to get us a little mini truck,
Nope.
plow truck.
No. No. You already get there.
I'm just saying, I mean,
You already get-
then we could use their salt.
You already get in the truck in September, be quiet.
We're not paying for it. I'm not asking money for it, am I?
Okay, so I'm going to go back to electric. If we're already over 1.3 million this year for electric projected, what are we looking at for next year with increases?
Would 1.4 seem safe to you?
I can get you a better idea maybe by the end of the week.
I think we could just go with 1.4 and.
We'll start with
Let's start with
1.4. And if
1.4.
you get a more precise number that seems higher, then let us know.
Okay.
What did you guys decide? What were you thinking?
1.4.
1.4? Yeah.
So to recap,
It's going to
right?
be high enough, though, with this as our,
Yeah. To recap, repairs to elevators was set to 0 for the one under the 200s. Maintenance contracts was moved from 91,000 to 100,000, and electric was from 1.3 to 1.4 million. That's the changes so far.
Correct.
Yep, I'm with you.
And our trash removal contract, I know you switched companies.
We are good with that. So we're going to leave it the same because they're going to have a 4% increase.
Okay.
And we will actually be a little bit under this year.
Okay.
But that'll make up for, we had to rent a couple different roll-offs this year and stuff like that. So that kind of gives us a little room that if we need to do something.
But thank you for finding a cheaper company than what we were using before.
Repairs to air handlers were at 87,000 already for 26.
We already spent all of that.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's gone. So
It's gone.
We've got 82 in the budget for next year.
So I don't know how we want to play that if we're going to do the contract. But we will still be responsible for like buying the filters and changing the filters. That's in the contracts that we're reviewing. So I mean, there's still going to be.
I mean, we're even with the contract in place, we're still going to shoulder like replacement parts on the systems.
Yeah. So if there's repairs to them, yes.
Yeah, I don't foresee us going any lower than what
No.
we're already spending with the systems we have.
No, because currently with the 122 we're coming to ask for, I think we're at just over 100,000 already that we've put into. So we're already at over 200,000 in
Just an
repairs.
HVAC repairs.
But I mean, a lot of that's the courthouse at this point, but
Right.
we're still going to have the issues until we get something in the works.
Permanent change.
For the council members that I'll wait for this. Wait.
You'll let us all in on it, or?
For the council members that do or don't know, we've asked for 2 contracts from the commissioners. Both of them, Mr. President did a nice job putting them together. You want to go through that way? The first one, I guess you delayed the vote on this last week here.
Yeah.
So
We had a little bit more to look over.
Can you go through with, so other council members know, I know we know what we're talking about, can you let them know the first one is going to be for services?
Oh, for the maintenance contract? Basically, it's just monthly inspections of both courthouses, the complex jail and the Hyler. Servicing the units, checking them monthly, and then it'll be a contract where it's a discounted rate for repairs.
This is because there won't be any of our not knowing failures. At least we're going to know what's going on as it's progressing, not get caught.
Right. So in the long run, it's going to reduce a lot of emergencies. It's going to help us get on track. I mean, we have preventative maintenance in place right now, but we can only do so much with that, with repairs and things like that. But it gives discounted rates on emergency services and all of that, and hopefully in the future, it's going to reduce the amount of emergencies that we have.
Was there a procurement process for that contract?
We bid it out.
We're going to the commission. We
Yeah, we bid it out. Yeah, it was sealed bids, and we got 2 back.
That's what got complicated. It didn't meet the threshold, but then because of all the stuff going on with the department, let's rebid it. So they rebid it again. And now I guess we got a little another delay here to the next meeting here, but we're working out the process. But it's been bid by up to as many as we could, but two of them fought for the bid. And both are good qualified candidates.
I can send you guys copies too if you want to look at it.
All right.
So I guess the question would be, because this will be going ongoing, we'll know the contract when the commissioners agree to it. That'll be another cost that we're going to incur that will be in this budget. So like we said, this budget's going to be going until the latter part of it. Everybody, let's go this way. If we end up putting in a new unit, heating and air conditioning over in the courthouse, we've already presented that to the commissioners. The commissioners have to vote on it. So we went to when that bid said we will not design and build. So the first group is going to be a design, and then we're going to have to bid out the build part of it. So we're looking at well into almost the first of the year before we're going to even fix our problems. That's why we're still trying to.
Right.
It's the best case scenario. There's not a better case scenario. We know, the council knows it has to be replaced. It's going to the commissioners because they're going through the bid process that everybody requires now.
To, I guess, wrap up, we were looking at the water and sewage, and it looks like you're on track to spend more than 186 that's budgeted in there. I know some of the communities that we pay water bills to have raised rates, and I'm guessing that that's probably part of the reason why. Do you think 210 would be sufficient? Halfway mark of the year was 105,000.
Yeah.
210, 215?
I think.
And two, you have to realize, we've been paying the
You don't pay anything else besides water
Johnson
or
septic comes out of there, and then so does the water treatment, and that's been for years, and that's why I said we need that under contracts. Because it's either that or you pay it under building repairs.
We will.
So actually, there will be less expenses from there then, is what you're saying. So maybe 200 would be sufficient?
Possibly, yeah.
Let's go with 200 then.
May I ask you a question? You had mentioned the HVAC contracts that are going to be put. Is there a number that you want here for other services? For those, is there a number that you are ready to input?
I can give it to us, but I prefer if they go through the commissioner's bid process.
Sealed bids.
No, I get that. I didn't know if there was some number that you wanted to throw in the budget.
I wouldn't put it in right now.
I prefer if
Gotta
we go
wait.
through
Okay,
for the
got it.
commissioner's bid process.
Thank you.
All right.
Are there any other edits, or would you like all of these incorporated into a motion?
I'd prefer that.
Okay, motion to approve 200s, 300s, and there's nothing in 400s. With edits to 20031, repairs to elevator set from 20,000 to 0. 30007, maintenance contracts from 91,000 to 100,000. 30040, electric from 1.3 million to 1.4 million. 30060, water and sewerage from 186 to 200,000. And no other amendments. All other items as requested.
Hope everybody got that, because that's the motion.
Got it. No, we were good with you as you were going along.
By Mr. Keel?
I would expect that, like, most departments don't come back and have their 200s and 300s edited later in the process, but these could change more. So if you feel like new information comes available and we should consider it at some point, please do bring it to us.
Okay.
So, yeah, sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
But
I would second with one change or suggestion maybe. 30290, which is repairs to air handlers. We're at 87,000 for 26 already, and we're budgeted 82,000. I would say we need to bring that up some.
What do you propose?
125 would be my guess. I mean, it's hard telling until we get into the year. I mean, who knows what systems are going to go down. But if we're at 87,000 already this year.
We've had some issues with air handlers, so I would accept that amendment.
But try to go through just, I'll give you the quickest one, is that when you go into this unit, and by the way, we're going to start doing the repair work ourselves on those thermistors we talked about. When you get into them, you go into it, they're that cheap, you replace them all. So you got to pull the whole unit apart, replace them all, and there is some cost involved that we, in the past, we just let them fail until the engine stopped. Now we're going and try to be more proactive for that measure, but that was part of our failure program. Was those it's not one of those things you can just put an ohm meter on and find out if it's bad. You got to take it out. You got to measure it first, and then you take a cup of water. You dip each one in a cup of water so that reduces the temperature, and if it reacts to it, then it's a good thermistor. But you got to tear the whole unit apart to do that. So that's the quickest explanation I can give you.
Okay, we got motion by Mr. Keel, second by Mr. Pressel. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
All of them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Who is here first?
They're together.
We're doing them both together?
MS4.
Oh, MS4 soil and water.
Yeah.
One of them's only a
Soil and water.
100 accounts, so.
And 161.
158 and 161. 158 is all 100 accounts, so you might as well go to 161.
Soil and water. Deboo.
First. Should be
161.
Okay, so your mileage has gone down significantly that you're charging, correct?
Yep.
Your office supplies, however, have gone up significantly. And education and training looks like you want another 550?
Yeah.
So where you've reduced mileage, you've increased the other two.
Right. In
Although
professional
you've
services.
and professional services has reduced slightly. So why the increase in your office supplies?
Why the increase in which?
Office supplies has more than doubled.
Well,
although you
overall, it hasn't changed a bit, so it's just adjustments from one category to the other. As I've run the program now for 3 years, being able to adjust those amounts.
Mhm.
You know, we're not just spending money to spend money. Most of my office supplies still come through soil and water.
Okay.
So trying to remain the same on the budget, but just some adjustments that are a little bit more accurate, so we're not having to run in and flip-flop things later. The truck is an easy answer. I drive an EV truck, and I'm out there doing the driving, doing the inspections, doing the reviews, so.
Okay.
Responding to complaints.
And overall, you've reduced right around $500.
Is that the reduction overall?
Looks like overall.
Okay, so.
450.
This sheet, and I had no reduction. But if you tell me that's what it is, it's not going to kill me.
Okay.
Jenny, you have any more questions?
I don't.
Real questions, sir. As we're trying to find ways to save money in the county, we looked at out-of-the-box ideas, and this was not originally not out-of-the-box idea because I was involved when we first made the MS4 project work, is that we took our municipalities and we put it together in a pie and split it up, and that saved the cost of that. LaPorte County failed, and Michigan City pulled out first, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of history I could go into, but it doesn't really matter. Does other counties work the pie system where they pay their percentage, and actually, if we made it all one unit for LaPorte County, or is that just too far gone from the project?
Well, I like the model of a partnership, if we could get back to that, but I don't think that was the best financial situation for the county. What we're doing and leading the pack is we have a permit review fee that's reasonable and spot on with industry. And so we've accumulated way more through that in the last year than we would have ever done with the partnerships. These small communities don't have the funds to pay into a partnership. So currently we have a $320,000 balance.
Yeah, but actually they did. We divided up by population, and because I helped get the thing started in the first place.
Right.
We did, Trail Creek paid their share, La Crosse paid their share, but the issue was not that. The first one to jump out was Michigan City. They didn't feel that we were doing being responsible in ours, because we were leading the MS4. I don't want to get into the politics of what happened, but I can tell you what is off to the side, but I really don't get that. But is it still possible to do something like that? But you said you like the possibility of partnership?
It's all the same watershed. So through our work, we're doing work, for example, at Potawatomi Park quite a bit. We're doing work at the Gardens that's gotten international notoriety through trade magazines. We're doing their woodland understory restoration. That's part of our outdoor education and part of our program for our MS4. So it would be a matter of arranging a discussion with them and seeing if they would find value in that. They do have an MS4 coordinator right now. It's also a conversation with the state, because the state's moving to a tier-based model where counties are a certain type of MS4s, smaller municipalities are a different type. So that would be some discussion we can work on. And I'm not opposed to the model, and I think we have the capacity and the know-how to do it and satisfy those communities. I think in a lot of ways we're already doing quite a bit that maybe they're unaware of. So, no, I'm not, I don't mean to slight the old partnership, but we are doing quite well collecting these permit review fees. We do those all in-house.
I know you did. Yeah. I know you did Friendship Gardens. I know you helped out there. I got a lot of compliments for that. Yes, sir.
That's nice to hear.
Again, I'm not suggesting we go back to it. I'm just asking questions that we have to think out of the box once in a while.
The partnerships are important. You know, like I said, we all live in the same watershed. We're all seeking the same water quality. So working with those communities, we've done that. I've worked hand in hand with Devin over at the city of LaPorte. I'll be honest with you, I haven't worked as much with Michigan City directly.
Doesn't shock me.
It's not opining on anybody. I just, I never hear of anything.
I'll say it doesn't shock me, but it's okay.
So, some of these smaller communities, I think, need us for capacity to do their reviews. They just don't have the expertise in-house. So that's where you put it on the developer. And I haven't had a single instance where in fact, I think we need to go back to our review schedule and probably bump it a little bit, because it seems as though some of these projects, doing them in-house is taking a little bit more time than the review fee can justify. So, and I don't think we're going to get arguments over that with some of the projects we got coming down the pipe.
I'm just asking a question. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry. But
you answered, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
With that,
I'd like some clarification. Maybe it was just me, but the office supplies, which Councilwoman Heath asked about, that's a $1,300 increase there, and then you go down to mileage, which she also mentioned, and that's a $1,300 decrease. Well, but why those changes in those two items? I just don't understand.
I think I looked at what I'm spending with SWCD, and it almost feels like MS4 now, being somewhat more fluid financially, should start paying for some of that. So that we put that in there. It was always part of the $21,000, 1,000 account budget. So I didn't propose any reductions in it across the board, just simply adjusting. I'm not out buying stacks of anything.
No, okay, I think you clarified it.
Yeah,
because I know
prints outside are probably the biggest thing. If we've got certain reviews where we got to have prints made. Those can get pricey over a little bit, but most of the stuff I do now is all electronic. So.
Okay.
Didn't answer your question.
Pleasure of the board.
Motion to approve twos and threes for MS4 161.
Second.
Motion to approve by Mr. Pressel, seconded by Mr. Mullenhour. Further discussion? Seeing none, call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
5-1, motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. He's 100 account. He's got
100.
He's got 100 accounts, so
no,
not doing 100s today.
Okay.
Twos and threes. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in early.
Appreciate it. Oh, that's not mine. Almost walked up.
We would have called security. It's okay.
Seeing as food's here, and a couple of potato chips got a little soggy yesterday,
Oh, my God.
I'm going to go ahead and call for a lunch recess.
Do we want to make sure do we know who's lined up afterwards? Is there anyone that we need?
We'll go through it while we're doing this.
Superior 3, have you heard from Judge?
We did.
Coming in one.
She insists on being here.
No, Judge Thorne.
Oh,
They did his.
It has.
yeah, we did 3.
We did 2 and 4.
Yeah.
We didn't do Superior.
Not
We did
3.
2 and 4. I'm sorry.
So are they coming in?
Yeah, we're breaking.